Hey, what's up, Wrench Monkey? Yeah, it looks ready. I mean, this finally Litecoin's gonna have some decent news. I think Litecoin and HBAR will both get ETFs, but HBAR's not really rallying at all. I personally hate the real world asset tokens. I think they're useless. But it's good to see LTC forming a bullish engulfing candle on the daily time frame, so totally reversing the losses of that meme market rally yesterday. And then on the USD pair, if this is the bottom, I think this is a nested 1-2-1-2, ready for vertical takeoff. Whenever this does find a bottom, and the rest of the market bottoms here. So I think we're pretty close. Why'd I change the channel name? I don't know. Most people don't even know what Litecoin is, and I wanted something broader. Something people could relate to. So that's the idea. We're going to close this daily candle in about 30 minutes. But Litecoin looks way better. Hey, what's up, Jackson? Litecoin looks way better than everything else here. Just not even the pair charts, but like the USD structure. This doesn't look ready at all to make a significant move. What I think is most likely for XRP is this was like a completed 5-wave move higher. Or this first and fifth wave are proportional, 3 is extended. And this looks like a descending triangle. So I think the best case for XRP, it could hold here and break out, but it's not just gonna go vertical here. Like I don't think like most traders are saying it will. I think it's more likely to, like, even on balance volume looks super weak. It was making lower lows. The social media interest was crazy. People were laughing at me for saying XRP could go down, Litecoin could go up. But I think like this is best case scenario for XRP. Like not really do anything until next year and maybe have a chance of rallying again. If this market's heading into a blow off. The Litecoin looks way healthier. Far stronger. And if it can break above 135, 140, doesn't really have much resistance. It's kind of like Zcash, right? These forgotten. Like, I think Litecoin's way stronger than Zcash, but you know, once it broke above here, these recent highs, it was pretty much vertical. Where's the longer chart on Kraken? But yeah, Zcash rallied from much lower level, and equivalent move on Litecoin here would basically be back pretty close to the all-time high if it starts this impulsive high time frame breakout above 150. Zcash started from literally the lows, which would be like 40 bucks for Litecoin. But this is like a 400% move. So I think we're so close. Finally. You like it? Keep up the good work. Thanks. There's some people hating on my channel. I expect that a lot, especially if Litecoin does do really well. I expect a ton of hate because people will be so mad since nobody owns it. Jackson, how are you feeling on this this current setup here? Again, I do think it's significant that this was Litecoin's strongest move. I would just consider this the initial move off the lows. But it was the strongest move we've had really since kind of the blow off in December, that final rally. Let me try to turn this up a bit. Yeah, I don't know, like all these other altcoins, there's so many things that pumped in 2021. Like Litecoin might be the only thing that really rallies here. I seriously thought Litecoin would be the only chain that grew fundamentally on the proof of work side, and that was true, but it didn't rally in price yet. But it just looks, compared to most of these coins, it doesn't have like any really recent high, highs to clear after 140, and it doesn't have, it wasn't a cycle winner. It doesn't have a lot of bag holders sitting around at the all-time high waiting to sell. Sure, there are some people that have been here, but a lot fewer than people who bought the 21 top in these other coins. Feeling good. All the pair charts look great. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think the 400 is going to be much resistance either. I was saying like this, the same exact thing back at the highs here. But my view hasn't changed at all. I think this move is going to be stronger than XRP. Even though there's not many traders paying attention, which is actually probably a good thing, right? Everyone is calling for XRP to go to $30. It's probably not going to happen. Nobody's calling for Litecoin, except a small few, to significantly break all-time highs. So the odds are decent. I think the ETF probably is going to launch this week. It'll be really interesting to see how well these products do. I hope the Litecoin ETF does do pretty well, because then BlackRock and Fidelity will file. Sup, 2 weeks. Yeah, I kind of posted a tweet earlier that I wasn't really being serious about, but it's possible that we rip over the next 2 weeks. How many weeks of October? So we've been through 1 week. We've got 3.5 left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, exactly, Jackson. 100%. People don't. The only thing I see people, like some people in Litecoin, understand what's driving growth, but I think it's very few. And then most of them just see like, oh, transactions went up. But I think honestly, most people that I see around Litecoin are people that just bought the top in 2017 and stayed, which is fine. But I don't. What I really don't see is the understanding of how vertical network activity can go, because Litecoin's monetized at pretty low value ranges. But this is actually accurate. Bitcoin's doing like $35.5 billion a day. Litecoin's doing like 1% of market cap, so like maybe $100-200 million a day. And what I know people aren't comprehending is that fee rates in Bitcoin can go vertical in like a few weeks. If we really get a blow off top, we just need, which there's a significant amount that would get priced out at $100, $200 fee levels. But $1 billion moving to Litecoin moves the market cap up 100 billion. And I'm just imagining I have the whole, since the bottom in 2022, the end stage being a blow off similar to 2017, except there's way more people that hold Bitcoin now than 2017. Alright, if you really want to sell your coins or take possession, you're competing with 50 million people for 400,000 transactions in a day. It can literally spike to thousands of dollars. The chain becomes unusable. Litecoin steals, I don't know, $3-5 billion, pumps to $500 billion market cap. So I don't see anyone expect that. Just kind of like nobody expects Litecoin price to go vertical because it hasn't in so long. It's the same with the Bitcoin fee levels. It's just because it hasn't happened yet, people don't see it ever happening. But in a mania at 200k plus Bitcoin, I don't know, even with ETFs and all these institutional flows, then we go to $500 fee levels. Litecoin in that scenario pumps to like 10k plus. So the ETF is not launched because the shut down the government? Oh yeah, maybe. I don't know how that works. Maybe it doesn't launch because the government shut down? I don't know. Does the SEC still work? I guess he said with government shutdown, who knows? I guess nobody really knows how that works. I want to see Litecoin close this as a bullish engulfing candle. Hopefully this next move higher actually can break us past this target. Yeah. I don't get why they Litecoin has been. It seems like someone doesn't want Litecoin to bump. That's what it feels like to me. You had so many weird things happen. Like I put out a video on it. It's like the on-chain data got messed up. There was huge amounts of miner reserves sent to exchanges to dump Litecoin. And before that, Novogratz was talking about acquiring as much Litecoin as possible from miners. And then it was ignored through the media. There's fake Walmart news, which seemed like it was to make it look bad. Multi-coin Capital was always talking shit on it. There's like so much shit talking on Litecoin. And then it was the only growing proof of work chain, fastest growing, outpaced Bitcoin these 2 years, and there was like no talk of it. And then it tried to break out here, and there were a bunch of random things like Trump meme coin, the Argentinian president meme coin, Donald Trump tweeting about Cardano, XRP, Solana, and the broader market tanked. And then they changed the rules a week before. The ETF, they like interrogate Charlie about like literally trying to make it look like a security when it is like the furthest thing away from a security. I mean, even Bitcoin has this Satoshi stash. What if he's still alive? Why don't they interrogate Satoshi? It's just really weird. What else? There's some other stuff that happened. Oh yeah, like Glassnode removed all the on-chain data, and so did like, all the on-chain data is gone for Litecoin. Nobody can see it anymore. That seems weird. Like everything is weird about this whole market. Like people can get away with literally scamming, pumping and dumping stuff as long as they have political influence. But somehow the most decentralized, fastest growing, actually used blockchain gets scrutinized. But not ETH when it had an ICO, printed its own money. Not all those failed ICO tokens. Nothing happened to those guys who just dumped and ran away. Nothing happens to Charles Hoskinson or Brad Garlinghouse. Fucking dumb. Yeah, it is a huge. It's competitive with Bitcoin, but I don't like if this money is actually gonna work. You can't. Like it's gonna continue to go this way. You can't force people to adopt Lightning Network. If it was like a government psyop to try to get people to use Lightning Network, kind of like Roger Ver was talking about. Like if that's true, like basically you're betting on Bitcoin failing, or you're betting that the public won't ever understand and you can implement some scam reserve currency thing like they did with gold. And the population will buy it. But what if they don't? Like, I mean, they're just gonna blow up. I don't know if that's actually happening, but seems like the elites partner with these guys. The USDT Tether was never like really fully investigated or audited, but they're kind of working with the US government now. People pumped into meme coins, and they have meme coin ETFs in process, so Fucking scam market. This whole market's a casino. I've known that forever, but it's just crazy to watch. Personally, you feel like Litecoin is better than Bitcoin? I always see it as like basically the same thing. I mean, there's some subjective part to this. Like, but it basically works the same. Even the block times are 2.5 minutes faster. Unless you're using MWeb, then I guess there might be a benefit to you. Nice to see transactions moving up again. For me, it's really close. It's the second Bitcoin, but again, I'd rather the substitution trade-off's so low. Like if I was using this all the time, I'd probably use Litecoin. Because why would I want to pay or get risk having my Bitcoin get stuck in the mempool forever? I'm gonna keep like upping my fee. You get the same exact thing and you don't have to worry about that with Litecoin. Nice, Jack. Stacking those Litecoin. That's good. I mean, I wish I could be stacking still. I've been having to sell. So you're buying some Litecoins. It's okay. I thought we were gonna break out way sooner, so I was accumulating for a while. Oh, nice. Yeah, you're allowed to share it. Yeah, definitely some whales around. But I mean, nobody's a bigger... Like, Michael Saylor has more Bitcoin, like 7 times more Bitcoin than Litecoin's entire market cap. It's crazy that... that everyone's just following Michael Saylor. Like, the price discrepancy here, like, is crazy if you understand what Bitcoin is and that it's open source, can be copied, like, and you realize it doesn't scale. It's just like crazy. I feel like it's really like still at toy stages. Like, the amount of penetration Bitcoin has into the monetary market is so tiny. I think without all this speculation, it'd trade at $1,000. What's up? Awesome trades. Yeah, we're waiting for this initial high time frame breakout that has not come in like a decade. I think it's going to be as strong as this one. I really think we are going to get something like this. Okay, it started at 0, so ignore that part. Something like this. This would make sense. I know it sounds crazy, but I think we go to 2 to 4K and could get there by the end of the year. And then if we have a blow off into spring, but this is almost it's kind of identical to what Litecoin just did. Just over a longer time span. That would be nice. Like Master's price targets. I don't agree with him on the network value model stuff, but I do think Litecoin's total network activity from stealing Bitcoin volume can push it. And then the relative psychological shift that will happen in the minds of all the Bitcoin holders can get them to swap. And it'll just be, if this happens, it'll just be one way. Or only Bitcoin to Litecoin, no Litecoin to Bitcoin after it breaks out. Like right now, over the last few years, people have been selling their Litecoin for Bitcoin, but when the trend reverses and this breaks out on the high time frame, it goes the opposite way. And Bitcoin's such a large asset that just a tiny amount will pump the price. And if the network activity converges, people will, like, it's logical for the market to realize that Bitcoin has this limit on price. If they're betting on it being a money. And that will get the whole market to reprice the second Bitcoin until it's 0.25, right? If Litecoin passes Bitcoin in monetary users and starts creeping up in this mid-value range for transactions, then what's the justification to hold Bitcoin over Litecoin? I think the market figures it out and speculators reprice it. It'll just go to 0.25. So something like this can happen, right? The narrative would change after an initial crazy rally, and people would start to get it. Long-term holders would sell, but then you can get this final pump if yeah, I'm just saying if certain conditions manifest, just knowing where the Bitcoin transaction volume lies, most of it under like 20K for average size of transactions. Right now it's at 81K is the average. But most of these are speculative. If fees do go vertical in a parabolic phase, this migration to Litecoin will be unlike anything it's ever seen. $1 billion migrated, which is like a few percent, 3%. Moves Litecoin 10x from here. So that'd be like $1,200. It can be a lot crazier than that. It could be $5 billion. And then people will realize that fundamentals do matter. Tim, what's up? Thanks for the message. Appreciate that. Yeah, even Bitcoiners in 2017 were using Litecoin. I remember Tone Vase was accepting it. I mean, I don't like the word Bitcoiner because it changed a lot since like back here. Right now, to me, Bitcoiner just means you buy Bitcoin only. It's like Bitcoin maxi speculator, and then you. But I feel like Bitcoiner should mean someone who's for permissionless money, regardless of what chain they use. It's so weird. Like, I wonder if people like 1,000 years ago were like this, but for different types of rocks. Like, no, this rock is the superior money. It's God's money. Fucking dumb. What up, everyone? Welcome. Daily candle closes in 5 minutes. It's looking good. Bullish engulfing candle on the daily. This looks like a really quick pullback. Seems like Litecoin and HBAR will get ETFs whenever the government opens, or maybe they get them anyways. But HBAR's dumping. I hate these coins. The only time I got sucked into buying a real world asset token was like early 2017 when I didn't know what anything was. And I bought this Metaverse ETP. It's like 0 now. Let's see the price history. It was still around. I remember I locked some and I was like, oh shit. I hope I can get these out and get out at a decent price. And luckily I caught a pump and got out. Like mid 2017 or something. But it was the same hype nonsense bullshit that happens for a lot of these tokens. It was like this Chinese guy that was saying he had like hundreds of employees and partnerships to tokenize assets on his chain. Same thing that's going on with like Ripple and HBAR. It's nonsense. They're all going to 0, I think. And the potential market cap size for those is so much smaller than money. I mean, I'm just not a fan of buying it at 120k. I'd rather buy I'd rather buy something with not such high risk. What else should we look at, friends? Let's look at the funding rates and open interest data here. So definitely fell off. I don't know how accurate this is because it's like all the altcoins are kind of the same. Alright, my prediction is by the end of the month, Litecoin reclaims this level that it broke down from. It's like a 100% move against XRP. And then I think by the end of the quarter, it reaches this previous high that it went to every cycle. So like a 17x gain against XRP. Yeah, there's a lot of prominent people in finance that actually don't have any understanding of Bitcoin. They just look at like, it's like the most simplistic analysis. Oh, inflation is going higher. I think everyone has known that for over a decade, but now it's becoming a mainstream speculative narrative for Bitcoin. And they just pull out price targets without understanding how Bitcoin even works. It's just based on, oh, other people are going to buy it for a higher price. No, that meme is going, I'm confident that meme is going to die. And I hope I can short MicroStrategy and Coinbase. I think a lot of these things get wrecked totally in the next bear market. I did it last cycle when Sailor was annoying me. I created this account at the peak, try to gauge sentiment. I remember seeing this and I was like, holy shit, this is so dumb. But it's the same narratives, right? Like, inflation going to drive Bitcoin higher. That was before we had the bear market. He's saying Bitcoin is going up forever. Like, these are all top signs. He's doing the same thing. I still think Bitcoin has... He's going to go into a blow off, but it'll be a generational short opportunity for the casino. What up, Vivachi? What up, Master? Yeah. BlackRock, I mean, a lot of the Bitcoin's now concentrated in custodians, ETFs. I do think that... I think all the speculation is a real threat. I think Litecoin could become the dominant Bitcoin chain in the whole space. And then lead the next cycle based on real monetization. Just replace Bitcoin. Like, there's a chance Bitcoin just gets sharded away. People stop using it. But I don't think that actually happens. I just think Bitcoin dominance against proof of work chains, you know, is at 97% and probably goes to under 50, maybe under. If we really have mass adoption of crypto at some point as money, it's gonna go to like 10%. So the opportunity is in proof of work alts, and Litecoin's the next chain in line to get monetized. I think shorting is poor practice. I don't know. It's really high risk in up-only markets. And I don't think there's anything bad about it. A lot of people think it's evil. It's not. Like, it's very hard. It's like if you're gambling long or gambling short, this does nothing. Like, if there's underlying demand to push the price up, you just lose. It's just, if you're right, then you make some money. There's no difference in speculating on the long side versus the short side. To me, same thing, same game. And there's less upside in shorting. Alright, so daily closed here. Let's see if Litecoin can break back above this area of resistance that it's been rejected from against alts. But I'd imagine, you know, once this next move starts, if it's going to relatively soon, that it will be just as vertical as this last rise, except much longer. It's going to be similar to... It just looks extremely similar to Dash. Here. Right, this 1, 2, 1, 2. Maybe it consolidates kind of like this. In full sense. I don't like Dash, but it's similar price action. And I was supposed to have some lit VM people, I thought, but nobody showed up earlier. So, whatever. It's just what's up, Ray Bachelder? Litecoin go to moon, especially after BNB. Yeah, it's crazy because Litecoin's such a tiny market cap asset, and it hasn't moved off the lows yet. We've seen what happens when smaller cap altcoins like Zcash finally get attention. They pump massively. Litecoin just has a way better story. It will have an ETF, so it opens up way more potential capital to rotate into it, and then I think it's going to be easy to convince like Bitcoiners who became Bitcoiners by listening to podcasts, right? Like people that don't really have much conviction, which is like the vast majority. I think the vast majority, probably like over 50% of Bitcoin holders, got it because someone else told them to, and they don't really know what it is. And so if we can catch the attention and this stream can grow a bit, I know I can convert a high percentage of them. You gotta help me grow this stream so that I can explain to people how Bitcoin scales. And if the only argument against this idea is that you think Bitcoin just remains a meme coin forever, and it's fully supported on speculation forever by bigger governments or bigger institutions. But if you're betting on the technology itself, like what it's meant to do, which is just a security model that allows people to resist censorship and inflation. If you believe that's going to, demand for that is going to grow, then because Litecoin has the network effect lead over every other competitor, and is the only one that established this substitution trait, like positive correlation with Bitcoin fees. It's the only Bitcoin chain that will continue to get adopted until blocks are full and fees rise, which is a long way away. Watching with the whole fam on the big screen. Alright, shout out to MK's children. How many kids you got, MK? Are you watching with your brother and cousins? Or your dog? Light pill them. Well, it's so much easier. Price is going up. It sucks because you want to convince people before that happens. I just was too early. But it's okay. I'm gonna change the music here. Maybe we start pumping. Whoops. I want to click this one. This is Master's song. Everyone like the stream. Help me with the YouTube algorithm. Let's see top crypto streams right now. See how we compare. Bitcoin live stream.
Sorry. Not sorry.
444. This is bots. Let's go to like, are people still watching XRP live streams?
I held you, love. I waited. You
What are XRP people saying now?
I stayed. You sold.
Nice, they're getting less views now. Well, I guess they still got 10K.
You
But this guy used to get a ton. Let's check his recent videos.
straight. You said I'm wrong. Now you're back.
Oh, he's
Like
still
nothing's gone. You had your
getting a lot. They're all just selling hype. Every single day. How long has he been doing this? Been doing it for like a year. Holy moly.
Sorry. Not sorry.
We won. You chose. We stayed.
Man.
You smoked. You flipped.
Okay. I guess you could say I'm doing the same thing.
You ran.
This song makes you feel like Warren Buffett reincarnated. He's not dead yet though. How?
This ain't spite.
He's 95.
It's just you didn't believe till it
He's had a long
looked
life.
right.
That's
You
cool.
had your
He's a
chance.
legend still.
You saw the signs, now you want it.
He's extremely patient. What's up, Andrew? Big screen at your house too? Just you and the dog? Oh yeah. Nice. Do I have an X account? Yeah, it's the same as my YouTube. It's at Earn Not Gifted. Oh, you heard it somewhere. I thought it was funny.
Sorry. Not sorry.
Are these my vocals?
We don't
No, not really. No, I just wrote the lyrics.
we just move forward. You had your chance.
Sorry. Not sorry.
Alright, let's play a new one. Let's see. I want to play it's the opposite song. God damn it, it's like so hard to click because I have like 5.
Thanks to validate worth. ETF dreams while you sell out the earth. Max is slide, now the block fees climb. 200 some mood, that's a money crime. You said we changed the world, make it free, but now it's a gold bar on a private key. You kill layer one just to shield a scam. Lightning died and you still don't scram. You screen store value but can't explain why the real use case just boarded a plane. Max is slide, we verified. They took the dream and monetized. Built a church, locked the doors, preaching freedom while shilling.
Yeah, it'd be nice, Andrew.
Change the code and justify.
I want to pay for my server again so I can do IRL streams. I've been waiting until there's a big enough audience to make it worth it.
Took the orange then petrified. Said freedom money, what a joke. You beg Wall Street for the yoke. Max is live, can't deny. The block space broken, so did pride. We're still here, you're still mad, and deep down it's kinda sad.
Alright, green on the week.
Run your no, but when fees hit 300, your no stop mattering.
What do you guys think? How long is this consolidate for?
No one settles anymore, they speculate. You said Bitcoin fixes this.
We still haven't even moved up against
Maximalism died.
ETH
You just never held the funeral.
or Bitcoin. Yeah, the liquidations are devastating. It's not worth it unless you're. I mean, even if you're extremely confident. Like, I took a leverage position after this retracement here, and then held it all the way till price broke down. So I just like broke even on it. But I'm glad I exited, because I would have gotten screwed if I held it all the way down. Yeah, I mean, this should be the best quarter. I think October is going to be a really good month for Litecoin. I think, honestly, October, November, December. And what's really interesting is, like, Litecoin's top both cycles on a monthly 9. Well, the candle after the 9 sell signal. And that would be April. If it happens again. And that would align well with this fractal we just overlaid here. We'll have to wait and see, but what I think will make it easier is we should get a very large move here upon the break so soon. Oh, nice. Yeah. Leverage is scary, but to me this is like this type of opportunity won't ever happen again. There will be other opportunities elsewhere, but if this plays out the way I expect, then nothing this easy. It's not that I love Litecoin, it's that it never had to beg. Didn't sell a dream to get me, it just kept the blocks in check. I need to use the bathroom real quick. See if Litecoin can recover this horizontal resistance support level. I don't know, are we gonna move up this week? Well, if Litecoin moons to the levels I expect, you don't really need credit. I had a really good credit score for a long time. And then yeah.
You used to send it for change. Now you save it for silence.
how I move for pennies clean. You called it sound, but sound what's stale when blocks filled up with private sale. You said it at scale, show me where. I just see where.
Alright, let's see. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
No one near. You locked the gates, priced out the core. The very ones it was built for. Said store of value, okay, then show. But when no one moves, value won't flow. Block space crisis, doors are closed. Only rich whales and custom clothes. Promise freedom, sold a gate. Burn the bridge, now it's too late. Block space crisis, speed's a lie. Can't clear a trade without fees that fry. You said you scaled but couldn't last. Now Litecoin moves while you rehash. I don't need a slogan, I need a chain that clears the world without the pain. You maxed the feet and killed the use. Now talk of freedom feels like abuse. You priced out dreams and blamed the crowd. Said run, you know, but you're not allowed. When price to send is random more. You don't own freedom, you own a score. So I moved on, found a lane with no congestion, just honest chain. Like coin ain't loud, but it's alive. Clears my trades, no need to strive. Block space crisis, bids too high.
Yeah, nice relative strength lately. Litecoin's been like correcting first before the rest of the market and then recovering much faster. But I think this initial move off the lows was way stronger than the rest of the market. It looks, if we can break out here over the next week or two, like a lot of capital is going to concentrate into it because it really,
Scarcity without use.
like traders will see it pile in and it doesn't have much resistance.
You thought
There's just
value
nothing
came from
else
price,
outside of Litecoin
but value
that
comes from function. Block space is an infinite
is at
and needless
interesting
trust.
levels.
Block
Like the
space
only other one maybe is
crisis,
Bitcoin Cash, but it looks weird to me.
used to move, now just hold on. Say it's digital gold.
I don't think this correction's done for almost everything else, so we'll see how
Block space crisis.
Litecoin does.
Litecoin clear while you chase.
Things like XRP have another
Then made it small. Now your money can't move.
15-20% downside. Here it's 6%, but down here it's at 20. This looks bad.
Locked in the vault, they call it wealth. But no one spends, just flexes stuff.
All these kind of look the same, to be honest.
If no one's moving, then what's the intent? Charts full of ghost town stats look rich, but try to trade and it barely ticks. I don't chase noise, I wash the chain. If it don't clear, then it don't sustain. Yeah, use it or lose it. Value moves or it fades. Money that sleeps too long is money that
Yeah, I think Litecoin's move this cycle will be way better than any cycle in Bitcoin since a very early time. Right, Bitcoin ran 100x in 2017. But this should be more similar to, I don't know, this rally in Bitcoin.
No bridges, no airdrops, no points to mine.
300x.
Time since 2011. I see chains talk, I see blocks talk. They peak at launch, then barely crawl. Meanwhile, I'm quiet, moving still. Proof in the mempool, not the thrill. Use it or lose it. You can't fake demand.
Yeah, all the high time frames look pretty crazy.
Show me who's using it.
Like the 3-month chart looks insane to me. You have like evidence of accumulation, not on this chart. Mainly Coinbase. Well, it's similar. like CMF and OBV
Just one that works.
basically rallied since
You don't need hype, you need history.
since the bottom in
Most chains peak
2022.
on the first day. The good ones, they're just getting started.
The on-chain stuff matches that OBV and CMF, and we have the lowest Bollinger bandwidth on all of the high time frames. So low volatility leads to high volatility. Need to come up with more money for Litecoin. I need to, let's moon here now. I need that to happen.
Say the right phrase, they'll clap on cue. Say something real, they'll turn
Nice
on you.
article, master.
Thought it was logic, it's theater now. Every feet a pulpit, every thread a vow. They said don't trust, then build a church. Now one idea.
Did you use ChatGPT for like the
What's that coin actually say?
which is fine. It's accurate. I was just running for this. 10-7, nice.
Think you're free, you're just retweeting what they need. No escape, truth don't trend, it sits and waits. You post a line, the crowd reacts, they love the mask, not the
Yeah, ShareMaster's article.
You used to question, now you chant. You used to think, now you rant. The chain don't care who's loudest here. It settles truth.
Look at this pullback.
But you don't check that anymore. Just wait for likes and call it war. Praise the king, say his name, don't change a thing. Fall in line or end up outside every time.
I mean, this diagonal resistance might be more significant than the horizontal.
Moves beneath the crowd. Noise don't win, only chains that clear begin. They told you to think for yourself, as long as you think like them. You left the system just to build another.
Yeah, I'll start the 24-hour stream again. I just need to pay for my server thing. Or I guess I could just do it on YouTube only. Maybe that's better. This Josh Mann guy thinks we're going to 444k in Bitcoin in this quarter, like in a month. I don't think that happens. I don't think Bitcoin goes to 444k at all. It's gonna be really weird when Bitcoin ends this 100% year-over-year gain trend. Everybody leaves this market for bonds because they pay 5% instead of negative 10. Need the shower stream too? Yeah, I would. I mean, the stream money is like 0 right now. I think YouTube sucks at monetizing live streams. Videos do way better. I get paid like it's like $1 per live stream. It's really like nothing. We need to blow it up. I haven't even heard much about BNB. Yeah, these exchange tokens. BNB, Binance is the biggest exchange. It's probably the final rally here. And it's Dunzo. I was so close to buying BNB when it first launched. I didn't know this casino would get this big and Binance would dominate, so I didn't deserve it. It's like BNB is one of the only. It held up way better in 2017. Let's look at the LTC USD Caspa chart. About to moon. Already 7 days into the shutdown, average is 9.5 days, second longest 21 days. Yeah, what's the poly market odds now? Alright, 75% say October 15th or later. So it looks like it's gonna be one of the longer ones. I don't get what they're even arguing about. I don't pay attention to politics anymore. Who gets to spend the public's money? It's like all a show. Well, maybe we bought them against BTC here too. Yo, buenos noches, sir. How you doing, Nicholas? You're right. Let's move from here. Rally, please. Number go up. God candle. Yeah, it's like an argument about who gets to spend the money where. But they all need to get paid, so they'll eventually agree. Alright, this doesn't look great for Bitcoin though. just gonna break this support. Looks like it's going to. I think Litecoin looks better. Come show us, Nick. I got like 20 more minutes. Give us your lines. Time to party. This guy's memeing hard. Oh yeah, the magic Bitcoin line. You sent it to me. The magic line is at like 123.50. All right. All right, guys. Actually, I'm probably gonna go. Probably gonna go eat some dinner. Maybe we're gonna chop around here for a bit. But it looks good. Like we basically had a bullish engulfing reversal candle against everything. So looks good. Solid. Moon soon. This week, end of this week, maybe. If not next week. Alright, good night, friends. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Yeah, for sure, Jack. See you later.